Uthman ibn Affan was born in Mecca in the year 576 CE, approximately 34 years before the Prophet's mission. He belonged to the Banu Umayyah, one of the most prestigious tribes of Quraysh. He was known by the title Dhun Nurayn, the possessor of two lights, because he married two of the daughters of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu Ruqayya, and after her death, Kulthum. Uthman embraced Islam at the beginning of the Prophet's mission through Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu. May Allah be pleased with him, and was among the earliest converts to Islam. Along with the other early Muslims, he endured persecution and torture in Mecca, but remained steadfast in faith. Uthman migrated to Abyssinia with a group of Muslims, seeking refuge from the persecution of Quraysh. He later returned to Mecca before migrating again to Medina after the Prophet ﷺ commanded his companions to migrate. Uthman didn't participate in the Battle of Badr because his wife Ruqayya was ill, and the Prophet ﷺ instructed him to stay with her. However, he participated in other battles. He was known for his immense generosity in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His works and achievements: equipping the army of hardship. During the expedition of Tabuk, which one of the most challenging due to long distance and harsh conditions, Uthman ibn Affan made a massive donation, equipping a third of the army with his own wealth. He provided 300 camels with full loads of supplies and money. In addition to 1,000 gold dinars, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Whatever Uthman does after this day will not harm him," indicating that his charitable deeds would suffice and protect him. Purchasing the well of Roma and making it charity for Muslims. Uthman bought the well of Roma in Medina from its owner for a large sum and made it a charitable endowment for Muslims, allowing everyone to use it freely. This act was one of the greatest charitable deeds that benefited Muslims community for years. Expanding the Prophet's mosque. During his caliphate, the number of Muslims in Medina increased significantly. Uthman ordered the expansion of the Prophet ﷺ mosque to accommodate more worshippers. He purchased the surrounding land, demolished the adjacent houses, and added a significant area to the mosque, compiling the Quran into a single manuscript. One of the Uthman's greatest achievements during his caliphate was compiling the Quran into a single unified manuscript. As Islam spread to vast regions, differences in Quran recitations emerged to varying dialects. Uthman formed a committee of prominent companions, including Zayd ibn Thabit, to compile the Quran into one standard version. Copies were made and sent to various Islamic regions, preserving the Quran from alteration and uniting the Ummah on a single text. During Uthman's caliphate, Islamic conquest expanded significantly, reaching Armenia and Azerbaijan in the north, Tripoli and Barqa in the west, and Khorasan and Khuzestan in the east. Cyprus was also conquered for the first time during his reign, establishing the Islamic State as a major power. Establishing the first Islamic naval fleet. During Uthman's reign, the first Islamic naval fleet was established to protect Islamic coast from Byzantine attacks. This fleet marked the beginning of Islamic naval power, which played a significant role in defending the borders of the Islamic State. Generosity in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Uthman ibn Affan was renowned for his generosity and selflessness. He spent his wealth liberally in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether in equipping army or aiding the poor and needy. He would say, whenever I withheld something from Allah, He gave me something better than in return. The fitna and his martyrdom. In the later years of his caliphate, Uthman faced a major fitna, instigated by certain groups exploiting political and economic conditions to create chaos. He was besieged in his home and was martyred in the year 35 AH while reciting the Quran. He was 82 years old at that time. Uthman ibn Affan left behind a profound legacy of faith, piety, and generosity. He was a model of humility and devotion, and his charitable works remain a testament to sincerity towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger. This is a story of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu, with a detailed account of his works and achievements, which made him one of the greatest figures in Islamic history.